Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. I'm just walking to my favorite spot in the cemetery / park. I wanted to talk with you all about some things, but I want to talk to you about them when I get nice and settled. But I decided to come here today because it's been a rough ride for me for the past few days, right? Technically for like the past week. I'm just gonna get my towel set up. But it's been a rough ride for me for the past few days. Ugh. It's been very heavy emotionally, and it's been very taxing, to say the least. All right, awesome. Let me just sit here. Ugh. See, I got my skirt on today, and that's mainly because I don't have any more comfortable pants, so I had to compromise today. But I think it's a pretty good compromise because I haven't worn this skirt in a long time and I actually really like it. I just haven't had a lot of places that I've wanted to wear it. I'm going to put some lip gloss on because my lips are dry. So I wanted to talk to you all about some things. One, the energy, I don't know if it's just me, but the energy has been it's been a lot, okay? It's been a lot. So I decided to come out here today and ground and recenter. I also decided to connect with the water element a little bit more earlier through listening to ocean sounds, which is actually a really good tip. That if you're feeling like emotionally unstable or feeling like your emotions are just all over the place and they're driving you crazy, connect with the water element either through taking a bath with Epsom salt or sea salt. Listen to some ocean sounds, whale sounds even if you connect to them. I know some people are annoyed by them, so I don't force people to listen to whale sounds if they're not drawn to them. I am, so that's what kind of helps me to reconnect to my soul, because the whale energy is in my soul. Drinking more water also, especially when you wake up in the morning if you're feeling emotionally taxed and just emotionally heavy. You can probably see it in me that this is like, there's just the emotions are just crazy, but drinking a lot of water helps a lot when you're feeling like your emotions are just all over the place. I do think that my Golden Goddess initiations triggered some of the stuff that's coming up because I just finished the last week with my students and it was beautiful. I was actually sad to leave and to end the course. And it's funny because it's not like they're going anywhere, but I think I was just sad to kind of finish, the weekly meetings. We created a community basically, and it was nice to just come together every week to bring in some energy to discuss our experiences. It was really nice, so I'm gonna miss that, but I am reopening the course for attendance in October. If anyone else who hasn't done the course yet is interested, I'll be doing that. Also on Tuesdays, I'm going to try to make it every Tuesday, I'll be holding a spiritual development class, okay? So it's going to be through Zoom, maybe about an hour and a half. Got a helicopter, sorry about the noise. But an hour and a half. Where every week I'm going to focus on a different topic. We'll wait. So the spiritual development class, every week I'm going to be focusing on a different topic. And more than likely it's going to be every Tuesday. Whoa! Hold on. You know me, I'm still have my issues when it comes to insects. But anyway. So yeah, every Tuesday around 3 o'clock. Unless something comes up, then the time will be different. So those are the current updates. So there's a lot of heart stuff that's happening right now. A lot of heart energies that are coming up, but also higher heart energies that seem to be streaming through and being energized, activated right now. And from what I've experienced in the past, when the higher heart really starts to open, it can be intense. So that's happening for you. Take it easy. Well, there's some other things. One other thing that I wanted to just remind you of, and it came to my mind earlier because of something that I was discussing with one of my clients in the past. And my client said to me that she wanted to make absolutely sure that they're doing the right thing. And I had to tell them, I can't guarantee you that. I can't guarantee you that, whether it be through the guidance that I give you or through the guidance that you follow for yourself, that it's going to absolutely be the right thing. Because technically, what does that mean when something is the right thing? And I think a lot of people struggle with this too, doing the right thing. And what does that really mean? Or what do people mean? What do people mean when they say that? And I think what people mean is that they want to make sure that whatever choice that they make, it's not going to cause any sort of trouble, any sort of upset, any sort of discord in the future. I think that's what people are looking for. They're looking for a path that doesn't lead to any sort of unnecessary upset or trial or tribulation. But I think this is what we need to really clarify when it comes to the spiritual journey, is that it's not about not having those things. Yes, the spiritual journey can bring peace, and it can bring harmony, inner harmony, and love, and all these good things. But the spiritual journey is not about not experiencing upset, not experiencing issues, not experiencing emotional ups and downs. In the spiritual journey, we embrace all of those things. That's what it's about. It's not about avoiding those things. So that's one thing. So on this journey, there are no guarantees. And the spiritual journey is not about staying comfortable, because basically when somebody wants something to be guaranteed, they're looking for safety. They're looking for security. And it's not to say that on the spiritual journey that you're not safe and secure, but that safety and security does not come through you knowing for absolute certain that things are going to go the way that you want. Because people have their own idea of what it is to, I guess, like, facilitate happiness in their lives. And we all inherently know what's going to bring us happiness, but sometimes we have trouble accessing the purest form of that desire. And that's coming up in the next blog/video that I'm going to make, is ego desire versus heart's desire, and the difference between the two. Because the thing is, it's like, how do you know that what you want, exactly how you want it, is going to bring you the most happiness? Because we don't have that perspective. We don't have a perspective of what something is going to look like in the future. I mean, we can perceive and we can get a sense of, but we can only see so much. There is always going to be some sort of veil that's there, that is going to keep us from seeing everything, or else what's the point of being here? We're not going to be able to see every single thing. I don't care what spiritual, intuitive person you go to. They're never going to be able to see everything, because if they did, it would disturb your process. If you saw everything, it would disturb your process. There are certain things that you cannot see, that you're not going to be able to have access to, that help you in your process of learning, of discovering. And if you think about it, what good would it serve if someone always told you what would be the decision for you to make that comes from your heart? Like, no one can make that decision for you, and no one can really tell you that. That's something that you have to tune into for yourself. Because even if someone told you, like, okay, this is what's in your heart, this is the decision you're supposed to make, this is what's going to bring you the most happiness, the very fact that you had to listen to somebody else in order to make that decision is a problem. Is it a big problem? No, because, you'll learn at some point. But what makes things more powerful and more profound is when you yourself make that decision from your heart. So it's not about someone telling you what you need to do. It's through you making that decision for yourself to live from your heart. And in making those decisions, you have to know that you are not guaranteed the exact outcome that you're looking for. It may turn out the way that you want, but I'll just tell you that I had certain ideals, a certain vision for my life. And I would say for majority the percentage of the things that have unfolded have not worked out the way that I envisioned. But that doesn't mean that that's a bad thing. It just means that we have our own perspective of what we want, and that might not necessarily be what's going to be, it may not necessarily be what's going to serve us the most or the best. We have a vision, but a lot of times that vision is clouded by a lens, and that lens is basically our lower mind, our programming from childhood, from our parents and society, of what we think will bring us happiness and what we think we should be doing. So it's not necessarily a pure lens. So sometimes what we think we want is not always what we actually truly want from our hearts. So we have to be willing to be vulnerable and to accept that not every decision that we make is going to be guaranteed to turn out exactly the way that we want. That's just the nature of the experience. So we have to be willing to come to terms with that. Because like I said, the spiritual journey is not about being comfortable. It brings us into the depths of vulnerability. And what makes us uncomfortable, that's how we grow. That's how we learn, and that's how we really come into who we are. Because what we've been comfortable with within ourselves for most of our lives is not even really who we are. So, just wanted to share that and remind you all of that. I hope that you're doing well during this time. I'm going to spend the rest of my time here and just relax and ground and center and do whatever else I feel like I need to do for myself. So I send you all so much love and gratitude. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.